So remember that we're going to keep that narration short. Just quickly narrating the 3 things that you ask those students to do. So narrate somebody who has the movement, right? Who turned to page 23, who walked to the line, who is sitting in star on the carpet, narrate that. Then 2, that voice level. Who is at the voice level you asked them to be at? Is Mariah on voice level 0 like you asked? Is Jacob at voice level 1, whisper talking? Narrate that voice. And then 3, the participation. Who is lined up in hall the way you asked them to be? Who is working on that question number 1? Who has already made it to the carpet and they're tracking the board? Those 3 quick narrations. So here's where I think a lot of us forget to reward our kids. Having a class point system is a great way to get all of your class on board for whatever your goal is that you're working on in your class. So if I asked everybody to turn to page 23 at voice level 0 and they're all working on question number 1, I want to incentivize that. I want them to know, hey, everybody did what I asked them to do. That should be something that we earn something for that, right? So class points is a way that I have seen teachers really help to push their kids into doing what they've asked them to do. So if everybody in your class did what you asked them to do, give them a class point. They're working towards something. Maybe they're working towards a pajama day, working towards a dance party, working toward an extra minute of recess. Even the smallest things our kids really look forward to. Now, say I gave that direction and Samantha decided that even after my positive narration, even after I've called on 3 friends that are doing it the right way, she is not doing it. She is still not hearing it. Now it's time for a consequence. So I've asked you to turn to page 23. I've asked you to be at voice level 0, and you're working on question number 1. And I've narrated the 3 friends who have done that. Samantha's still sitting there. She hasn't even opened her book. I'm not going to give her any sarcasm. Oh, why don't you ever listen, Samantha? I sure wish Samantha would listen. It's not going to be yelling at her, Samantha. In a calm, matter-of-fact manner, I'm going to say, Samantha, the expectation is that you're opening your book and turning to page 23. That is your warning. And then I'm going to walk away. I'm not going to sit and pester Samantha. Samantha, open that book. Turn to page 23. Hurry up. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to sit there and do that with Samantha. I'm going to restate the expectation, tell her that that's her warning, and I'm going to walk away and I'm going to continue to watch everybody else and see what everybody else is doing. Now, say I come back to Samantha and Samantha is just choosing to, she really just doesn't care that I've given her a warning and she's just choosing to be defiant. Okay, Samantha, the expectation is that you're opening your book to page 23. Since you're choosing not to follow directions, here's your next consequence. So based on your hierarchy in your classroom, whatever you and your grade level have decided your hierarchy is. So maybe after the first warning, maybe you give a second warning if you know that your specific student needs that, or you're moving on to another consequence. Since you're choosing not to open to page 23, later when it's time for our free time, you're going to be working on page 23. Every time you ignore the behavior, you're going to continue to get upset. You're going to continue to get upset. And then you're going to be too emotional to give a consequence. Then it turns into they're being defiant. I'm going to call the office. I'm going to write them up, when it really didn't have to turn into that. Is it a big deal that Samantha's not turning to page 23? I mean, it's a big deal because we want her to do her work, right? She's not bothering anybody else. She's choosing to be defiant. And so when it's her time to have her free time, she's going to have to work on this. But I'm not going to be in an emotional state as I'm giving this consequence. This is what I asked you to do. You're choosing not to do it. Here's your consequence. Okay. I know a lot of times that we wait and it's been ongoing and ongoing. Samantha, every single day I give you this instruction and you choose not to do it. Now I'm really upset, right? Now I'm ready to write you up. We're going to call mom. Don't let it get to that. Start with these quick, concise, calm, matter-of-fact consequences. And then if we see that, Samantha is a special case and we're going to have to do something different with Samantha, then we can talk about behavior plans and things like that. But given that quick consequence and moving on is going to help your mental and it's going to help them as well. Don't allow yourself to let this go for so long that now you're very upset about it.